Welcome to the Saturday training call. My name is Dave Jordan, founder and CEO of Valentus, and I want to welcome everyone from around the world. I know our calls used to be Canada, United States. Now we're in the Philippines, we're in the UK. We're all over the world. Get out a pad and paper. Get ready to take some notes, and I'll tell you, this call will be also replayed at valentuscalls.com. I'll start out by saying this. What a great month of May we just completed. And we have a record start to the month of June. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. Valentus is moving so fast. People are just catching the energy. I mean, it's the summer months, and we're getting so excited about everything that's going on. A simple message, a simple culture, a simple company. Today, I want to talk to you about growing your business and building your belief. You know, at one time, I was a distributor. At one time, I was a person that built a business, and the one thing I did was I was never the smartest guy in the world, so I always tried to keep it simple. And I'm going to get into that here, and I'm going to give you some tidbits and some things we can talk about where you can really get off this call, and I'm confident after you get off this call, you're going to say, you know what, that made sense. You know what, success doesn't lie. And all I can say to you is we're going to go over that. You're going to see some of the things that we could talk about that can help you build your business. But first, I want to talk to you about our past 60 days. You know, our company has been through an incredible growth curve. I look forward to the summer months here, what's going on, and some of the things that have just happened in the last 3 weeks with our new Italian dark roast and record days. I mean, I know we had a day last month where we did almost $700,000 in sales in one day. And those are numbers that are just through the roof. But let's get started. So for those of you that are new to Valentus, let me say my name is Dave Jordan. I live here in North Dakota. Right now I'm at the corporate office here in Sioux Falls. I live with my wife, Joyce. Since 1989, we've been together, and we've just created this incredible company with some incredible people. So welcome to the Valentus family. I'm sitting here in my corporate office, and I just feel so blessed knowing what we all as a group have created. From 100,000 air miles with Blue Diamonds, Don and Nancy Carson, putting in their Valentus business all over the world, flying all over the world, and doing everything they can do. I know right before this call, I got a call from Barry Hughes, who's just leaving for another trip to the UK. You know, flying all over the world. I mean, this guy has got the fastest growing team in the company, and he's on his way back to the UK. Let's talk about Chris Lamont, Triple Diamond, who's done over 10,000 calls to get the Triple Diamond. You know, one thing I could say, it's just not easy to build a Triple Diamond business from the phone. Chris Lamont has done that. Let's talk about a never give up attitude. Let's talk about Emerald leader Brian Slaughter, who always puts time in full time for his team, but then again defends our country and flies a $45 million Apache helicopter protecting our freedom. So thank you, Brian. But then let's talk about the always helping hand attitude of Ted and Michelle Wilson. You know, they offer the company so much for our success. They offer the company so much. They're volunteers. I know that there's a lot of people out there that help with corporate. And I don't want to forget anybody, but I will say Peggy DeSalle, Gail Tracy, John Aremza, Corey Johnson, Julie Litke, Paul Moore. There's so many to name that I can't name them all on this call. We'll be here for an hour. This message is not meant to say names. This message is meant to say thank you. Thank you for what we've all created. It's not Dave Jordan's show. It's not Ted Wilson's show. It's not John Aremza's show. It's our show. We're a family, and we've created a monster. So let me say this. You know who you are, and you know what you're about, and you know in your hearts that Joyce and I feel forever grateful for the people that know what they've created here, for people that know they give their every effort to help this company succeed. So what I want to talk to you about today is growing your business and keeping it simple. And keep in mind, at the end of this call, I'm going to go through a lot of business things, so you want to stay tuned. But you also want to take some quick notes, because one thing about me is people can say I'm a great CEO, but I was a better networker. And all I can say is I like what Blue Diamond Corey Johnson says when he gets on the phone with most of his three-way calls. He says, Starbucks meets Jenny Craig. What a simple message. Starbucks meets Jenny Craig. What it means is it's brilliant. It's so simple. It's so simple. It's brilliant. Coffee meets weight loss. Let's say that again. Coffee meets weight loss. Coffee meets weight loss. How simple can the message be? I like what Double Diamond Peggy DeSalle says. It's her username. So super easy. Think about that one for a minute. So super easy. How many people could build a business if it was so super easy? Let's talk about Blue Diamond top earner Ted Wilson, what he says. Point, click, and share. Point, click, and share. How simple is that message? I'm so sick of hearing people saying, well, I can't talk. I can't share this story. I can't do, I love when Ted Wilson says, hashtag, I'm all in. He gets up on stage in Toronto, and the first thing he says when he comes out, he looks out to the crowd and he says, hashtag, I'm all in. Believe me, guys, there's a lot of incredible statements out there, a lot of incredible simple tools out there. You just don't know what's in the arsenal. Blue Diamond's Don and Nancy Carson, they could write a book on one-liners. Changing the world one cup at a time. And I love this one. Nancy says this one. Just add water. Think about that for 1 second. Just add water. How simple is that? Well, like Peggy DeSalle says, so super easy, I like what Blue Diamond Corey Johnson also says when he closes out a national call. He says this. He always says this, and he's got a great delivery about it. He says, in 12 months, you'll be saying one of two things. I'm glad I had, or I wish I did. Think about that for 1 second. I'm glad I had, or I wish I did. Let me say this to you. How many people talk about the past or look back on their past and wish they had reacted to a moment in their life that could have been huge? And today is huge. Let me say this. I'm not a rocket scientist. I remember back in the early 90s with my buddy Joe Garcia, I was offered to buy in a sub sandwich franchise. And I wasn't a sub sandwich guy. And it came to North Dakota, and I passed on it. It would have cost me about $20,000 at the time. Today, that's Subway, and I could have owned all of them in North Dakota. Do I look back on it? No. But do I say the Corey saying? Yes. Absolutely I do. Why wouldn't you? Each one of them generates about $250,000 profit a year, and I could own 60 of them. All I know is that there's so many things about this company, so many things about the great leadership of this company that is unbelievable. Hundreds of people are looking for that simple ignited flame. They're looking for that inferno. They're looking within Valentus saying, you know what, how could I do what Ted Wilson did? How could I do what Chris Lamont did? How could I do what Peggy DeSalle did? How could I do that? You know what? The last 5 people I just spoke about, 3 of them are the top earners. And what do they all have in common? They keep it simple. They keep it super simple. And that is the key to anything with this company. So what I want to show you real quick is I want to show you a little role play. I want to show you the power of what I just said to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to act like I'm recruiting someone, and I'm keeping it simple. And I'm going to keep it so simple that anybody could do this. So if I was a networker in Valentus, this is what I would react to looking at what I just spoke about. I would contact a person. Chris Lamont was under the weather. I was going to bring him on. He didn't have his morning cup, and I just told him, I said, okay, I won't bring you on, but I'm still going to use his name. So I would say, hey, Chris, I'd like to show you an incredible discovery that I've lost almost 100 pounds with. Here we go, Chris. Are you ready? It's Starbucks meets Jenny Craig. It's so super easy. All I got to do is just add water. I'm changing the world one cup at a time. All I do is point, click, and share people to my website. Let me say this, Chris. Hashtag I'm all in from anything else I've ever done. And, Chris, if you don't look at what I'm doing, you're going to be saying one thing in 12 months. One of 2 things. You're going to be saying, I wish I had, or I'm glad I did. Put that in your mind for a minute. It's a simple, simple message put together by 5 to 10 incredible people. It's just unbelievable. Then you give the guy or give Chris a couple samples. You give Chris a couple samples, and you give him back a call in 3 days. And it's that simple. Every city has a mall. Every city has an airport. Every city has a workout gym. Every city has a grocery store. Every city has a car lot. Come on, fellas. Bang these words into your head. Keep it simple. Open the door with the Slim Roast coffee. Then you bang them on the 12 and 24. Open the door with the Slim Roast coffee. Like Corey Johnson says, it's Starbucks meets Jenny Craig. It's so super easy, Peggy. Just add water, Nancy. I'm changing the world one cup at a time, Don and Nancy Carson. And all you do, Ted Wilson, is point, click, and share. How simple is that message? How simple can an average person go out and take this message to the field and bring it out there in a group of people? Go to a Twins game, stand in the parking lot, hand out a postcard with some samples. Yes, pick the right people. Don't pick a young guy that'll come up and pop you, but pick the right people. Go up to the right person. Go up to your relatives and use those lines. And I'm telling you right now, guys, it's a simple message that anyone can do. And the people who created it are all the top earners. So it's just that absolute simple to do. So now I want to talk to you a little bit about your belief window. Your belief window. Do you believe that, how do I put this? Do you think Chris Lamont and John Haremza, with their 28 and 30 years of experience, started this industry without a belief window? Do you think they got to where they got in Valentus without a belief window? I don't think so, guys. I really don't think so. You have to have that I am all in attitude, like Blue Diamond Ted Wilson. I am all in. Guys, a couple weeks ago, I spoke with 2000 Olympic gold medalist, heavyweight champion Rulon Gardner. This guy has the greatest underdog gold medal ever won in USA history in gold medals. I mean, every medal. I mean, I'm good friends with Miracle on Ice, but this guy has the one-on-one match with David versus Goliath. That's what they call his match. David versus Goliath. Do you think when he got in that ring against the Russian Bear, who was absolutely unbeatable, do you believe that he got in the ring there, he got in that match, and he didn't believe in himself? No, he told his coaches to shut up and let him get in there and fight this guy the way he wanted to fight him. And he went in there and believed in himself, and he went out there and he beat the giant, man. I never forget when this guy was getting interviewed in 2000 in Australia by Bob Costas at midnight. And Bob Costas was saying, Rulon, you're right up there with the Miracle on Ice. You're right up there with the greatest gold medal ever won. And he says back to Bob Costas, he says, I just believed I could beat him. I went in there with belief. Well, now Rulon believes in Valentus. He's coming over here, man. He's coming over here because he loves our coffee. He's coming over here because he loves our culture. He's coming over here because he loves Dave Jordan and he loves the team of leaders. Guys, I'm telling you, Valentus is incredible. You must believe and achieve. Become diamond with Valentus. For those of you who are at the Miracle Movement, I love that name. Ted Wilson came up with that. The Miracle Movement back in Palm Springs, California in October last year, we showcased some of the stars from the Miracle on Ice team, from the 1980 gold medal team. These guys had to believe and achieve to have the greatest upset in any game, anything ever in the history of all sports. But these guys achieved that. The cool thing is, Valentus isn't an upset, man. Valentus was just ranked number one by Home Business Online. I mean, we were ranked out of 10,000 companies number one. You don't have to have a miracle in Valentus, like Rulon Gardner, like my buddies on the Miracle on Ice. You just have to believe and keep it so simple, like Peggy DeSalle says. And if you do that, you'll succeed with Valentus. It's just that simple. Understand, I'm calling you from a corporate office that we paid cash for. I'm in the fastest growing company in the industry that I launched in July of 2014, and all my friends brought it to life. I personally lost a lot of weight on these products. I have created so many friends starting this company. We're 100% debt-free, and we are growing at leaps and bounds. This is the biggest thing and the biggest company I've ever been around, and it's built by distributors for distributors. So, guys, I'd like you to challenge my beliefs. When somebody calls me up and they're negative, I crush them like a fly. I explain to them why that happened, and I explain to them how we're going to fix it. You have to have your belief window wide open. You have to have your belief window open. That is the key. If you believe it, the mind can achieve it. Just get to the next level. If you're a gold, get the platinum. If you're a platinum, get the emerald. If you're an emerald, get the diamond. It's just that simple. And the uplines you have are world-renowned. They're the best of the best, you know. There are so many people out there, some people even in my own family, that are just dream stealers. They want to bring you down. They want to take away your dream. But you have to rise above them, man, like my father used to tell me. Rise above it, Dave. Rise above it. Dave, rise above it, my father told me. Rise above it. Don't let these people take your dream. You're my son. You got the biggest heart I've ever seen in business. You took on the giant. You lost. Move on. I was 28 years old when I was terminated in my first company. 28 years old, getting married to the only girl I ever dated, the love of my life. Did I give up? No. I moved on. I went to another company and put 70,000 people in it. Company went out of business because the owner didn't know how to run it. Did I give up? No. I moved on. I then quit on a dishonest owner that started screwing over my entire group. Did I quit? No, I walked away. And I said to the guy, someday I'm going to do it right. Someday I'm going to show you. And you know what? John Aremza heard me. Corey Johnson heard me. Kevin Paschke heard me. Christina Smith, Felice Miller heard me. Rick Gerald's heard me. They all heard me. They all seen what we can put together here as a team, guys. And believe me, there's so many dishonest people out there that want to steal your dream. There's so many people that want to take it away from you. But you got to believe. Believe in yourself, man. You can do so much better if you wake up in the morning and you just believe. I say that to all kinds of people every day that wake up and they say, you know, I just wish I could do what you did, Dave. I wish I could do what you did. You know what, guys? I just believe in my ability. I know I got a great support system in my wife. I know I got great friends around me. And I know I got the best of the best. So many people quit and give up. So many people get lost in the hype. So many people how do I say it? They just chase the next deal every time. And they have nothing to show for it. Valentus ain't the next deal, man. Valentus is the talk of the industry. Valentus is creating huge, huge numbers. We have so many great leaders with this company that want a better life for you. These guys that are making $80,000 a month and $50,000 a month and $10,000 a month in diamonds, they want to see you do it. They want to see you make a difference. They want to see you get on a national stage. They want to see you get out of your comfort zone. We have top people in this company. We just 10 leaders that I know of myself that have incredible success that's changed their life. Corey and Renee Johnson started with me. They were in a tough time. Corey made over $800,000 last year. Teresa Finley came here to fit in her wedding dress. And she's a double diamond with her company, speaking on stages in front of thousands of people. The story of Barry Hughes. I was here when Barry was here 3 weeks ago, and my camera guys interviewed him. And I went downstairs, and they were crying. The camera guys were crying. They said, Dave, that guy loves you, Dave. That guy loves you, man. That guy thanks you, thanks Ted, thanks your company for saving his life. That kind of stuff touches me. But he believed in himself. Brett and Andrea Griffin have the same type of story that Joyce and I have. They stayed together through all the crap. And look at what they got today. Double diamonds. Nobody can break their dream. Nobody can take it away. No dream stealer can crush them. So many remarkable stories with Valentus. That is one of the biggest assets I take with this company is the remarkable stories. So let's talk a little bit about the future of Valentus. Let's talk about people behind the products for a little bit. Let's talk about Mark McKnight. Mark McKnight's the creator of Prevail Energy, Prevail Immune, and Prevail Trim. I went to Mark in April of 2014, and I went to him with a couple ideas. And Mark works with a company that does over $7 billion a year in products for health and wellness companies. Mark has been with Valentus since we started in 2014. He's a brilliant product mind, and he's with Valentus for the long haul. This guy is not only a great formulator, he's also a personal friend. He's a great guy. Let's talk about Rick Deitch. the creator of the great tasting Brazilian roast, slim roast coffee. Rick and Liz have been friends of Joyce and myself since 2005. I met Rick in my last company. But I sold over $140 million worth of Rick's products in my last company. Rick is one of the smartest people I know. He's working on some future products that'll spin your head as we move into 2018. I know what this guy is capable of. He is a creator. He is an unbelievable guy. He's an unbelievable presence. And this guy is going to bring some major results in the next 6 to 12 months. But let's now talk about Dr. Sean Mueller. I met Sean in 2010 in Sarasota, Florida. When I seen this guy, I seen an incredible product he had. Sean is the creator of the Prevail Max and did it exactly how we wanted it. The results we've been seeing with this through the field have been incredible. I sent the bottle of this to a gentleman named Tony Freeman. If you don't know who Tony Freeman is, go out on Google and type in Tony Freeman bodybuilder. This guy took this product, he called me back, and he said, wow. Like Ted Wilson says, hashtag, I'm all in. Tony Freeman seen this product do something for him. Tony Freeman said, Dave, I got hundreds of people that'll want this product. Tony Freeman is one of the biggest guys I've ever seen for bodybuilding. Just go on Google and type it in. He's joined Rhonda Allison and her team, and he's an incredible, incredible person to have with our company. Incredible endorser to this product line. I'll tell you what, guys, the Prevail Max is going to be a product that is just attracting people all over. Doc Mueller is not only a great person, but he's a long-term piece to Valentus. This guy, he's brilliant, and he's got a lot more things up his sleeve, too. But the last gentleman I want to talk about is a biochemist by the name of George Ho. I met George Ho about 3 years ago. He actually flew to North Dakota and brought me some Tennessee moonshine whiskey, man. I told George I didn't drink. I told him, but my brother Michael Jordan would love it. The cool thing is, George opened up his briefcase, and he started showing me the future of Valentus. If you only knew what I saw in that briefcase, man, I saw some incredible products, and this amazing guy said he wants to bring them to somebody he could trust. George is the creator of the Prevail Breakthrough, a 12-day cleanse that works. George is also the creator of the talk of the town, the Italian dark roast coffee, slim roast coffee, the Italian dark roast. That has people excited. This coffee is a door opener. Valentus, like I told you guys, Corey Johnson says it best, Starbucks meets Jenny Craig. Knock that message into your head, Starbucks meets Jenny Craig. Starbucks meets Jenny Craig. I'm telling you right now, that is an incredible message. If you can put that in your head, if you can knock that through the roof, people are going to see that. Your products are the backbone to this company. Our products. Do you think that there's a company out there? Every single company out there that was ever great had the best products. If your products suck, then your company's going to suck. If your products are great and they work great, then you have a chance of being a great company. Well, I believe that Valentus is ranked number one because of our products, because how great they are. Products are only half of the equation, though. Products are great, but products are only half of the equation. The comp plan must do what my buddy Blue Diamond Rick Geralds always says. The comp plan has to pay more people, more money, more often. And I believe that Valentus' comp plan is that type of plan, and I would put that plan up against any comp plan in the industry. Just so you know, Valentus is paying out over 50% in real dollars right now in this pay plan. And that's incredible. Most companies pay out 30 to 35%. Let's talk about another component with being a successful company. Blue Diamond Ted Wilson always says this. You must protect the golden goose. How do you protect the golden goose? You protect it with a great legal team. Valentus has some incredible people behind the scenes protecting Valentus. If you attended our international convention in Toronto, you would have seen a couple of the best in the business on stage. Eamon Flaherty, the best network marketing attorney in Canada, has our back. He's part of the team. He is making Valentus fully compliant and registered in Canada. Is he done yet? No. Great things take time. So please respect the process. Like Ted Wilson always says. This is so crucial. I've got so much money involved, and we got the right people involved, so please respect the process. I can't wait for the day that everything is fully compliant in Canada. Are we on the right track? 80% on the right track, almost complete, but we still have to respect the process. Product registration genius. This guy, Paul Milne, this guy is a freak of nature when it comes to product registration and getting things approved. He's not only brilliant, he's turned into one of my favorites and actually one of my closest friends in Valentus. Ted and myself fight over this guy like he's the prom queen. But Paul he's a brilliant guy. I don't want to make fun of him, but me and Ted fight over this guy because we get around him and it's just got that smart energy, you know. And the one thing I told Ted when Paul came on board, I said, the one thing I can say to one of my business partners, he introduced me to Paul Milne, my business partner. And when Ted met him, he said, Dave, where'd you find this guy? I mean, Paul is an unbelievable component to keeping things right, keeping things legal, and working on the international process. Let's talk a little bit about Terry Reckner. A key component, Terry will fly to places far, far away, make things work, and get things done. Terry's a hothead. Terry comes at you like a pit bull, but Terry also is a no-nonsense person. Terry also is very, very smart, and she's dedicated when it comes to getting things done. Terry is our Director of International Development. She is the person that I talk with all the time. Sometimes Terry can say a few things that get out of whack or can be said and people can take them out of content, but you know what? Terry is true blue. She's got our backs. I got her back, and she's here long term. And how many people remember in Toronto when they saw this attorney named Kevin Thompson get up on stage? This guy is the best attorney in the network industry, and that's my opinion. This is one of the great consultants of the industry. For those of you that see him speak in Toronto, you know that the man has a strict policy. He has a do-it-right attitude or you don't waste his time. I have become pretty close friends with this guy in the last 12 months. And believe me, this guy has brought a lot of the credibility to the back end of this company to keep us compliant. We also have one of the top law firms on the West Coast that works to protect us. I keep them undercover. That firm's not cheap, and that firm is no bullcrap. The straightforward law is law. Firm, you know, this is a firm law firm that's going to protect the golden goose at any cost. Protect the golden goose. That's the key to the whole thing. I also have one of the best contract attorneys in North Dakota that works behind the scenes with Valentus with key contracts and unbelievable contracts that we've signed. That I've had my personal friend who's earned $500 million in the industry, he's one of the greatest contract guys also. These guys are behind the scenes, making sure that everything we do, making sure everything we sign, making sure everything we create is spot on. Nobody can knock Valentus. Nobody can knock our contracts. Nobody can knock us apart. And we only deal with people that are long-term, like Dr. Sean Mueller, like George Ho, like Rick Deitch. Now let's talk about our corporate headquarters just for a bit. I've been at corporate here the past week working on a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't even want to get into half of it. It's just been unbelievable. I've also been here looking for a home. I've been looking for a home because I'm moving here too. I have to live in Sioux Falls half the time with this corporate advantages here in Sioux Falls. But the one thing I could say being here for the past week, I want to talk to you about a gentleman by the name of Chris Hupke, our Director of Marketing. Chris is a major component. This guy helped Donald Trump win the presidency, turned down a job to work for the president in Washington, D.C. Instead, he comes and works with Valentus. You know, guys, I never get into politics on these calls. I'll never get into politics. But I'm telling you guys, Chris is a winner, he's a producer, and he gets results. And I'll tell you what, the guy will work hand over fist to make this company great. But Chris is also a family guy. Took the weekend off and he went to Fargo to watch his son pitch in a baseball tournament. I just want to tell you this quick little story. Chris's son comes to my office about 3 weeks ago, and Joyce and I were here. And Cole sits down in my office, his son Cole, and he asked me if I knew anything about pitching. And I told Cole, I said, Cole, you know, I can't help you, but I got a buddy that can. And I call my buddy, Hall of Famer Goose Gossett from the New York Yankees. He gets on my phone here in my office, and he's talking to Cole for about 30 minutes, and he's giving him all these pointers. And he's telling him to throw hard and don't listen to your pitching coach and throw long and pitching coaches make pitchers of today wimps. And Cole went out there, and 2 weeks ago, Chris Hupke texts me at a game when I'm in Grand Forks and he's up here in Sioux Falls, and he says, hey, Dave, Cole just threw a no-hitter after talking to your buddy Goose. Now, I'll tell you what, guys, is that motivating? Is that motivation? That's a great story from the director of marketing with Valentus. His little boy threw a no-hitter. That's very hard to do in high school baseball. We have been working around the clock to bring you a great company. Customer support, it's going to be in-house soon. I know that's a hot topic. I know a lot of people call me about it. I know a lot of people have asked questions about it. We've got a great staff that's been interviewed. We're putting the puzzles together as we speak. We have in-house support coming to Valentus very soon. I'll tell you what, yesterday an Emerald leader, one of the next diamonds in the company, stopped by the office, Chris Neal. He stopped by the home office to say hi. He's from North Carolina. He was in Sioux Falls on business, and he stopped by the office, and I just had a few minutes, so I sat down with him. I'll tell you what, he looked at me and he said, wow, what a cool place, man. I told him, I said, this is 5% of the puzzle because we've not even scratched the surface yet. He says, man, oh man, Dave, I'm renewed. I'm going to Diamond. This is unbelievable. There are a lot of people out there that got to open their mind and their belief window. They have to listen. They have to understand that the leaders out there that created this company, the leaders out there that created the leadership, they're not wrong. How am I going to say it? Just ask Aaron and Kathy Parker, who just made Diamond. They earned close to $20,000 in the month of May, their first full month. They were with Valentus here in March. They weren't even in Valentus. They weren't even in March. They came in halfway through the month of April. They're sponsored by Blue Diamond, who brought them in, Ted and Michelle Wilson, in late April. And the guy cracks Diamond his first full month. Just ask him where his belief window's at. Just ask Aaron or ask Kathy. Just ask them where their belief window's at. Or get one of those, I call them the crazy gals in the UK because they're unbelievable. Just give one of them diamonds a call in the UK. Ask them where their belief window's at. The message is out. Valentus is real. We're being noticed, guys. We're making noise. We're becoming a game changer for people who are sick and tired of all the bull crap in the industry, man. They're coming here. They're looking at us. They're wanting to know what we're doing. We're not going to be intimidated by anyone or anything. We are a company that's built by distributors, for distributors. We're a simple company with a simple message. And that's it. It's just that simple. Guys, I don't want to take up too much time today. I said I was going to go a half hour. It's pretty much right at a half hour. But I can say this. Ted Wilson says it all the time. What the mind can believe and conceive, it can achieve. And believe me, this product line is through the roof, man. These products work. If you get these products out there and use those simple words, those simple messages, they're so super easy. Hashtag I'm all in. One cup at a time. If you put all that together, listen to this call on recording. Put all that together. Put it in your mind. Go out there and find a Chris Lamont. Go out there and find a Paul Moore. Believe me, guys, they're out there. Go out there and find a Dave Moffitt. Go out there and find your find. I mean, there's so many people that have not heard of Valentus. Do we keep it simple? Absolutely. Lead with the Starbucks meets Jenny Craig. Lead with the coffee. Get them in on the 12 and 24. Retain them. Keep them in. Once they try all our products, they're sold for life. Guys, thank you for this time today you gave me. I want to go longer, but I don't want to take up a busy Saturday. And guys, I'm just so happy that you gave me the time of day to share a few words of my wisdom. And guys, if you know where we're going in the next 6 months, if you know where we're going in the next 3 months, in the next 2 months, we are going. And all I can tell you, get registered for Palm Beach Gardens. I'm going to be saying this here in the next couple of days with a major announcement probably on Monday. I know Monday morning we're going to have Blue Diamond, Corey Johnson doing the Monday morning call, and then next Tuesday and Thursday we're going to have another couple Blue Diamonds doing the national calls. But guys, all I can say is we are here. We are firm. We are strong. Nobody's going to take away our dream. And I thank you all for believing in Valentus, and I definitely believe in you. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.